A video from 2016 put out by the World Economic Forum has gone viral again amid the new economic crisis.
At the time, the forum proposed that people should rent everything, like tools and other items from machine libraries that operate much like book libraries. Now even Bloomberg arguing that America should become a nation of renters. They say the very features that made houses an affordable and stable investment, those are coming to an end.
Many asking, what about the American dream? Let's bring our panelists in right now. We have Wendy Patrick, prosecutor and host of KCBQ Radio The Answer, a Newsmax columnist as well, and Rebecca Walser joining us live. She is a tax attorney. And I believe we also have John Thomas as well joining us, Republican strategist. Good to see you all here. Before we get to chatting, let's play that video. This was put out by the World Economic Forum. You may not have seen it, but this is the 8 predictions from them for the world in 2030. You'll own nothing, you'll be happy. Whatever you want, you'll rent, and it'll be delivered by drone. The U.S. will not be the world's leading superpower. A handful of countries will dominate. Reading from the screen, it even goes on to say, maybe this is most important, that Western ideas will be tested to the breaking point. And I'll start with you, Wendy, on this. Is there bias here at all by these predictions? Is there an agenda here? Is there some accuracy to it?
3 great questions, and if I had the rest of the hour, I think I could tackle all 3. But let me start with one of the most obvious issues that these types of predictions raise. So as we say, Sean and Emma, money can't buy you love, but it can buy you almost everything else. Are we going to transition into some sort of a nation where we rent everything we need? Now, I do agree with the drone delivery, but that is delivery of things that you've bought, that you've paid for. And if you're going to take away our things that we've worked hard for, that we've bought and paid for, then that's called stealing in the prosecutor world. So when you look at these predictions, you would almost have to believe that our mindset will completely become revolutionized as to the value of not having the security of owning anything but sharing everything. I don't think we're there yet, Sean and Emma.
Rebecca, how are you viewing it? I know a lot of people might be entering the time in their lives where they would like to buy a home, but right now the housing market is insane. People have to, quite frankly, offer a lot more than even listing price if they want to get a chance at buying a house right now. Is this trend going to continue?
Well, I mean, I think this point from the World Economic Forum, Emma, is really telling, because the 17 points that the World Economic Forum has basically put out for Agenda 30 basically is exactly what you just saw, but it requires global government, Emma. It requires a global government structure in order to implement. And to Wendy's point, everybody knows that home ownership in the United States has been the gateway really to developing wealth in our nation for people that otherwise necessarily wouldn't have. So home ownership needs to not go anywhere. We need to get more people to own, whether it's a home or whatever. It is wealth accumulation of property that actually makes people stable and secure. And we have to ask ourselves these hard questions about, well, how would we implement these World Economic Forum goals without world government? And who would we be ceding the U.S. sovereign power to in order to implement that world government? So these are all very important questions. And Reuters did us a disservice today with their fact check that basically said it was false, because it actually is true, and it's semantics for them to claim otherwise.
John Thomas, your thoughts on it and reading from that, and what did you gather? Again, back to that question, is there any bias there, or is there a little bit of truth to it?
Yeah. I mean, look, this is a globalist socialist dream, but you're seeing this from the left in major cities in the U.S. Major left politicians hate this idea of suburban sprawl. They want these dense economic cores filled with nothing but renters where you own nothing, because then you're more reliant upon the government for public services. The government has more control when you own nothing. This is a view of socialism. And of course, Europe and the globalists, the rest of the world, want to see this vision. I'm not surprised to see it. What I am surprised is that when you see people like Joe Biden and the leftists embracing these kind of policies, it's scary as I sit here as an American.
Yeah, I know. Again, the classic American dream, be hard workers, love, support your family, get a house. Property. I know. It's crazy to see how it's become definitely more of a challenge. John Thomas, Wendy Patrick, Rebecca Walser, appreciate all the analysis. Thanks, you guys. Have a great weekend.